Hi, my name is Andrea Botella, I work at Igalia, and I have been working for some time on implementing line clamp in Chromium. The basic example for line clamp are YouTube comments. That doesn't work at all without the other two properties, which are legacy flex properties. It also needs overhidden, otherwise after clamp do stop, and those lines can also if you have enough bottom padding. Cannot fix all of that, at least not with the web clamp property, because over 4 of page loads use this property the other required property, so fixing it will take them. But what we can do is ship an unfixed line clamp property. And this way we can also allow clamping based on a height, which was not possible with the prefix property, by setting line clamp to auto and specifying a height or a max height. We currently have an implementation of line clamp, including line clamp auto, which you can try out by enabling the experimental web platform features flag, or by enabling the CSS line clamp blink feature. Note that turning this flag on also changes the behavior of WebKit line clamp in some ways, such as not painting any lines after clamp, even without overflow hidden. We don't expect any breakage from this, but if it happens, do let us know in this issue. Our implementation of line clamp builds on the existing WebKit line clamp behavior, which means content after clamp is still laid out and overflows. It's just not painted. In fact, you can query its position from JavaScript. For simplicity, floats and absolute position elements are either completely painted or completely hidden, depending on whether they are before or after the clamp point in the DOM. So for AppsPost, this does not depend on where it's positioned. Usually, overflowing content takes up scroll space in a scroll container, even if it has visibility hidden. But since this would be unexpected for clamp content, we explicitly ignore such content in the scrollable overflow calculations. Most of our work in the implementation has been devoted to line clamp auto, which should always clamp at the last possible point before the line clamp container overflows its height or max height, even when clamping inside nested blocks or with layer features such as Ruby or Textbox Stream. Although our initial implementation of this was somewhat convoluted, we recently rewrote it to perform a first layout pass to count the number of lines before overflowing, and then doing a relayout with that number of lines. This should work as expected for most layout features, but please test it and report bugs. Most of the line clamp behavior is implemented, but there are still some bugs to work out and spec issues to settle. We will continue working on this and hope to ship it in the near future.
Hello, I'm Jonglan Zhang from LC WebVoice. Today I'm going to talk about how to create a function constructor in JavaScript using Gene. Gene is a library that provides lightweight bindings for VA, embedding developers to execute JavaScript. WebOS also utilizes Gene to facilitate the interaction between the system and web applications. We can create a VA object using the Gene APIs like this. We were interested in defining custom functions that could instantiate objects using the new expression. Experimentally, we attempted to implement a constructor that started with Gene. This function has its own method, including event handling capabilities. I will share how we worked on it. First, we need a method to create a function constructor called createConstructorTemplate set to constructor behavior is allowed. Next, we set a prototype for function template object. The difference between V8 and Gene is the set state method is defined. Function object is created. As added is through set named property function provided by Gene. We also wanted to trigger an event that receives update data, so we attached these three methods for event handling to the prototype. It allows developers to set up event listeners. In conclusion, this approach is beneficial for vendors who want to handle their own API individually. However, it can also lead to an abuse of non-standard object. Additionally, V8 function is a significantly more complex structure than V8 object. We still have concerns about memory issues, so our recommendation is to use WebOS APIs to interact with the system service on our platform.